Hi, this is Sweet June 2010, coming back at you. I'm doing part two of Our Black People Brainwashed. And like I said, most definitely black people, or a lot of black people are brainwashed. I was talking about the hair thing with who made up the term nappy hair. You know, why do we say when someone has straight hair, why do we say they got good hair? And that's not good. Straight hair is not necessarily good hair. Good hair is combed hair. So see, we've been brainwashed. As black people, we've been brainwashed and programmed to think that because our hair is kinky, it's, you know, or nappy or whatever, that it's bad hair. And that's not necessarily true. Another thing too is the colorism. Did a video talking about colorism. Why is dark skin perceived as bad, as ugly and unattractive? Why is it when a person has dark skin, they're perceived as unattractive? And the lighter the skin, the more attractive the person is perceived. Like the lighter, like the skin is, then you're more attractive. The lighter the skin, because society, the media brainwashes us into thinking that our dark skin is not beautiful. See, the white skin is set as a standard, and anything that's close to that is considered beautiful. Anything that's further away from that is considered not beautiful. Well, that's brainwashing. You're brainwashed. You're programmed to think any black people that think that dark skin is ugly, that dark skin is not beautiful. You've been brainwashed. You've been brainwashed and programmed to think that your dark skin is not beautiful. And dark skin is very beautiful. And people with dark skin, they age phenomenally well. Like when I see women with dark skin, really, really dark skin, oh my God. They age so well. They age really well, and they're very beautiful. So, at the end of the day, the joke is on everybody else, because dark skinned women, dark complected women age better than all of us. They age very, very well. Dark skinned people age very well. Very well. Black people in general age well, but darker people age really well. I mean, they age exceptionally well because they have a more higher melanin count in their skin. They have more melanin in their skin, so they age extremely well. Dark skin is beautiful. I mean, I think that dark skinned women are absolutely beautiful. Some of them, there's like I said, there's beautiful women in all skin tones. There's beautiful women of all races, and there's beautiful women of all different skin complexions. But a lot of black people are programmed to think that dark skin is ugly. And so you get a lot of dark skinned women that are bleaching their skin, and some dark skinned men that are bleaching their skin because society has told them that their skin was ugly because it's dark, and and other black people have told them that their skin is ugly because it's dark. And I just think that's horrible. I just think that's terrible. I mean, that's really terrible. It's really horrible to tell someone because they have dark skin that they're ugly, just simply because of their skin complexion. I see some beautiful dark skinned women. Beautiful. Absolutely gorgeous. Make me want to go out there and get a tan and get my skin darker. So I mean, dark skinned women are very beautiful. So all this stuff about it's because they're brainwashed. It's because they're brainwashed. As the media has brainwashed black people into thinking that lighter skin is more beautiful. And that's not necessarily true. Just because someone is lighter skinned doesn't mean that they're more beautiful. You know? What about some of these people? Well, they say some black women want to have mixed. I've never wanted to have mixed children, but they say some black women want to have mixed children so the children can come out with lighter skin and a better texture hair. I don't know of any black women like that, but they claim some black women wants to have mixed biracial children. I never wanted to have biracial children because I figured it's hard enough being black out here, and then you add the element of being biracial, you know, it's just too much. So, it's just we're brainwashed. We're brainwashed. We're programmed to think that dark skin is not beautiful, and it's a bunch of nonsense. It's a bunch of nonsense. You know, dark skin is very beautiful. Black people have to literally, we have to literally reprogram ourselves. We have to literally reprogram our mind. We have to reprogram ourselves. It really takes a lot of soul searching, and it takes a lot of thought process. It takes a lot of soul searching, a lot of praying, and you literally. It takes a lot of mental process. You really literally have to reprogram your mind. See, you have to reprogram yourself. A lot of black people have to go through a reprogramming process to reprogram themselves, to reverse all those things that was put in your head over the years, all the things that media put into your head over the years and planted in your brain. You got to reverse that. You got to reverse it. You got to turn it around. You know, into thinking, because a lot of black people, dark-skinned black people are bleaching their skin, which is really, really sad. I've seen something on the internet about people was peeling their skin. Like black people were peeling their skin. It's really, really sad. It looks like it's very painful. Like they were peeling off layers of their skin so they can be lighter. It looked very painful. It looks very painful, and it's not something that I want to do. You know, I love my skin the way it is. There's nothing wrong with my skin the way it is. I have no desire to bleach it whatsoever. And, you know, it's really sad that black people feel like they have to do that. It's really sad that black people feel like they have to bleach their skin to be more accepted. Because they feel like if they're lighter, a lot of times they feel like their life is going to be easier. And at the end of the day, you're still going to be viewed as black. That's what I talked about in my video when I was talking about colorism. At the end of the day, it doesn't matter whether you're light skin or dark skin or brown skin. You know, this country operates under one drop rule. So they're still going to see you as black. They're going to still look at you and they're going to consider you black. This country is operated on the one drop rule, you know. So it doesn't matter if you're light skinned. You're still going to be treated. They're still going to look at you and say, oh, you're black, you know. That's the way this country is. We get judged by how we look. We get judged by how we look in this country. We don't get judged by the content of our character. We get judged by how we look. You know, and if you look black, you are black. And so that's the way you will be treated. You know, I don't care what nobody say. Black people and white people are treated differently. You know, we're not treated the same. If we were treated the same, we wouldn't have the chaos in this country that we're having right now. So it's just that we have to, as black people, we need to reprogram our mind. I know I had to reprogram my mind. I had to go through a process of reprogramming myself. And I've learned to embrace my hair texture. Whereas I used to think that my hair was ugly. You know? Because, you know, there were people that told me my hair was ugly, you know. And I got talked about because of my hair when I was younger. So I believed that. So I had to reprogram myself. I had to literally go through a reprogramming and reprogram myself and say, hey, you know, my hair is not ugly. You know, I'm a little self-conscious about my gray right now. I have gray in my hair. and I got a little bit more than I care to have, and so I'm a little bit self-conscious about the gray in my hair right now. But actually, it just dawned on me the other day. I'm actually learning to embrace the gray in my hair. I'm learning to, because I started, in the summertime I go natural. So I thought about putting a rinse in my hair, but then I said, well, I don't want to put any chemicals in my hair at all. I haven't had any chemicals in my hair in years. And so I don't want to put any kind of chemicals in my hair. So I was asking people, well, I don't want to do the dye, but how about the rinse, And the rinse is still kind of chemical. Still has chemicals in it. So I don't know about putting that in my hair. I don't want to put any chemicals in my hair at all. Period. I don't want any chemicals in my hair at all. So I don't know if the rinse is safe for me to use in my hair. I don't know. So I just decided to not never gonna say never, but I just decided to not use it. I just decided to not put it in my hair, and just go ahead and just wear my hair the way it is. And I think it just dawned on me the other day. I said I think I'm kind of embracing the gray a little bit. I'm getting used to wearing it. I'm getting used to looking at myself, because like when I started looking at myself in the mirror, I just I seen all the gray hair, and I was like, oh my god, and I thought I thought it looked cute on everybody else, but me, I was like, so I'm starting to embrace it, so I think I'm actually starting to embrace my gray hair, so that's a good thing. But other than that, I've embraced my hair texture, and just had to reprogram myself. And that's what black people have to do. We're brainwashed, and we gotta get out of that. We have to go through a reprogramming process. That's if you want to. Some black people don't want to be reprogrammed. Some black people. Some black people don't want to admit that they're brainwashed, and if you don't admit it, then you can't change it. If you don't admit to something, then you can't change it. It's just like being an alcoholic or a drug user. You got to admit that you have a problem before you can try to make changes and turn it around. So some black people don't want to admit that they're brainwashed, so they don't want to admit it, then they're not going to reprogram themselves. But that's what black people have to do, We've been told these things for so many years, and all this stuff has been implanted into our head by the media and everything all these years. And then, if you don't really think about it and meditate on it, and you don't pay it no attention, then you get into a state of oblivion, and you get used to it, and then that's just the way you're going to be thinking. But at the end of the day, is it going to account to having self-love and accepting yourself for who you are and not wanting to be someone else? Okay. Got some more interesting video topics coming up. Stay tuned. Like, share, and subscribe my videos. Peace and love. This is Sweet June 2010.